top in a bathrobe. Robert De Niro on the subway. Christoph Waltz in a straitjacket. They're familiar faces, but Martin Schoeller excels in revealing facets of the stars that people have never seen before.
The hardest thing is coming up with the ideas, and my ideas are often hard to implement and sometimes demand a lot of the subjects. So the ideas have to be ones I imagine they will go along with, because they see themselves reflected in them.
Director Quentin Tarantino with Doves of Peace. Skateboarder Tony Hawk in his kitchen. Steve Carell, the star of the U.S. version of the TV comedy series The Office, is portrayed as an office worker on the edge. Sometimes Schoeller has to resort to trickery.
I bought all kinds of stuff in a stationery store, whatever caught my eye. I started out putting stickers on his face or having him chew on a pencil, boring ideas. Then the press person went to the toilet and I brought out a roll of Scotch tape and said, "Steve, sit still." I wrapped the tape around his head. He asked, "Martin, are you sure this looks good?" And I said, yeah, hold still. It looks great."
15 years of photographs by Schoeller have now gone on show at the CWC Gallery in Berlin. There are more than 60 works, including ones that show a more sensual side of the photographer.
His works represent a milestone in contemporary photography, in photo art. His color palette and his compositions, there are no rigid boundaries, as there were in classical portrait photography 20 or 25 years ago. He stirred it all up, broke through the restrictions of classical photographic art. With the staging and his indirect way of evoking character, he created a new kind of portraiture.
Schoeller first came to prominence in 2005 with his powerful series Close Up. Major U.S. magazines commissioned portraits from him. He illuminates his subjects with neon lights, a technique that's become his trademark.
With each close-up, I capture a moment in which the subject is not fully aware that he's being photographed. There's music playing. I talk to them non-stop. Sometimes they answer me. I try to get them to laugh, and all the while I take pictures with the aim of capturing that particular moment when they stop laughing or smiling and start to look serious again. But before the face has fallen, gone back to normal, and the facade is up again or they are smiling.
2 years ago, he made a series of portraits of twins. The portraits were commissioned by National Geographic. At first, Schoeller had his doubts about the project, but he soon changed his mind.
When I saw the first Polaroids side by side, I was fascinated. Why does the one have wrinkles and the other doesn't? Did the one smoke? Did the other drink more or spend more time in the sun? Suddenly it was much more gripping than just two people look the same.
The show in Berlin is a huge success. Schoeller has long been famous in America. Now he's much in demand in Europe as well.
Famous people are always fascinating, but the way he presents them is sensational.
I loved to see his work because I have many books from, so I really enjoyed a lot.
You can look at his pictures many times and always see something new. They're exciting.
Some celebrities are apprehensive about being photographed by Martin Schoeller, since he refuses to grant his subjects any say about which photos are used. Still, almost all the stars want him to take their picture.